about Santa? Are you going to visit Santa this year?
How you doing, kids?
The big man himself flew in this morning to the cheers of children and their parents. The large entourage then marched through the downtown to Santa's workshop on 9 Commercial Street, where elves are helping wrap gifts and take pictures with Santa until Christmas Eve. The big guy takes off to bring gifts and cheers to homes around the world.
Away you go!
Meantime, a race in Santa's name was getting underway in Vic West. The Santa Shuffle attracted about 300 people, many decked out in the season's finest, to raise money for the Salvation Army. It was emceed by Chuck's very own Ed Bain, and a jolly man in red also made an appearance. The run features either a 5-kilometer run or a 1-kilometer walk down the Galloping Goose Trail. Organizers hope the fundraiser will help hundreds of local families. The booming sounds of tubas echoed through Market Square today for a holiday tradition. 60 tuba and euphonium players played in concert in this Tuba Christmas. The shining instruments and eager musicians drew a crowd to watch, and many have had this circled off on their calendars as a must-see in the lead-up to Christmas. It's a long-standing tradition in downtown Victoria.
Internationally, it started 37 years ago on the ice at Rockefeller Center, and I went to one elsewhere, and I thought I can bring this to Victoria. And it's been a marvelous ride for the last 32 years.
Indeed it has, and Czech News' own Mike Walker played a tuba in that concert today. Well, that is our show for this Saturday night. Thanks so much for joining us from all of us here at Czech News. We'll leave you tonight with images of the Christmas unfolding in downtown Victoria this weekend. Good night.
We wish you a Merry Christmas, we wish you a Merry Christmas, we wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Good tidings we bring to you and your kin, good tidings for Christmas and a Happy New Year. Oh, bring us a piggy pudding, oh, bring us a piggy pudding, oh, bring us a piggy pudding and a full good cheer. Good tidings we bring to you and your kin, till we get some, we won't do it. We get some to bring them all here. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Hey Canada, losing weight at Herbal Magic just got
Plant and Camilleri on the rebound, plugged in to the point of being oblivious to the wider world. In ads for its new Windows Phone, computer giant Microsoft exploits how dumb smartphones can make us behave. A pair of American filmmakers made a comedy short to expose the absurdity of texting and tumbling. How hard can it be? You're walking and you're writing, yet you step into traffic or you hit a pole. At Britain's Ashton University, a recent study found that every day 2 people in London are either injured or killed this way.
The problem is that they're walking down the street and they think they can just do it without having an impact on things around them, but it's one of those technologies that's sprouted up, but the rules haven't caught up with it yet.
Studies have been done, and at least one person thinks it should be addressed. Dwight Fisher works in information technology at Dalhousie University. He managed to end his habit.
One of the things that I've learned to do is record a message instead of typing it. So it's much easier to talk into a smartphone, record the message, and send it later.
Clearly, a heads-up move. Todd Battis, CTV News, Halifax.
That's our newscast for this Saturday. Thank you for being with us. I'm Sandy Rinaldo. Good night for now. Stay with us for local news, and we hope to see you here again tomorrow night. Good night.
CTV News, Canada's #1 newscast.
Tonight on CTV News, on the eve of a political face-off.
Carol James has to get rid of these people.
How much longer will Carol James be able to hold on as leader of the New Democrats? Remembering Lawrence.
She was a good, big-hearted girl.
Hundreds mourn the death of a 15-year-old girl whose murder is still a mystery. And a small gesture I feel very special and a beautiful gift that has the power to bring people together.
This is CTV News at 11:30. Here is Gina Yu.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome. BC's NDP is bracing for a Sunday showdown. An emergency meeting has been called to address the now very public split with the party's caucus. And experts say nothing less than the fate of party leader Carol James is on the line. CTV's Sarah Galashan has analysis and reaction to the opposition within the opposition party.
I think it's definitely not doing himself any favors.
I like to see things out in the open and see nothing wrong with that.
Just some of a few thoughts on offer today about the split within BC's New Democrats between those who support leader Carol James, seen here wearing yellow scarves, and others like MLA Jenny Kwan, who want James to step down.
I think it's time for them to have somebody more reasonable and logical and someone who wants to be democratic about the whole thing, too. She's not being democratic at all.
On the eve of an emergency caucus meeting intended to put things right, no one within the NDP was saying much. So in lieu of any official polls or party line, some are looking online for a sense of what might happen on Sunday. Unscientific though it may be, says Professor Kennedy Stewart.
We're just trying to look at the different camps and to see who's saying what, who likes what, who comments where. There's some online petitions.
Both sides of the fight have set up Facebook pages. This, the site in support of James, that links to a petition with 2,000 plus signatures. This, the opposition's opposition page, officially liked by more than 80 users, all calling for a new leader. Some by posting messages, others by sending out those thoughts via Twitter.
Even though they're quite strong in their statements, even vitriolic at times, it doesn't seem to be a large group. Or if you look at Carol James, she set up a petition to support her, and you're kind of in the thousands of supporters.
In all, there are 13 NDP MLAs that have spoken out against James and grabbed headlines over the last few days. A far greater number within the party appear to still support her. Still, some believe Sunday's meeting could make or break her leadership.
Carol James has to get rid of these people.
He says the sooner that happens, the more likely it is voters will forget.
The good news for the NDP is the Liberals are about ready to start tearing themselves to pieces with a leadership race.
Depending on what happens tomorrow, this NDP insurgency could look like a mere kerfuffle by comparison. Sarah Galashan, CTV News, Vancouver.
A week after her body was found lying in the snow, Lauren Leslie was laid to rest today. The 15-year-old was fondly remembered by friends and family who are still coming to terms with her tragic death.
Stella Cole Hall in Fraser Lake was filled to capacity. Hundreds of people coming together to mourn the death of Lauren Leslie.
She was a good, big-hearted girl.
A girl who will be sorely missed by her peers.
It's bad because she put motivation in lots of people to strive to be better. And to lose someone like this, it's a hard thing.
She was one of the people that were going to be going somewhere. She was smart. She was just a person that everybody could like.
The turnout and displays of raw emotion show just how rattled the people of Fraser Lake are by Lauren's death.
It has affected the community greatly because this was a young person and we don't understand why it happened.
That's because investigators are tight-lipped about what happened to the outgoing teenager. Her family says she was meeting someone for coffee last Saturday. Just before midnight that day, Cody Allen Lechbikoff was questioned by Mounties on suspicion of poaching on a logging road. They searched for evidence and found Lauren's body instead. Within days, Lechbikoff was charged with first-degree murder, and Lauren's family plunged into mourning.
They are going through loss. I can't even imagine. I feel for them.
So does the rest of the community, who turned out in force to give Lauren's parents their support and a final farewell to a beloved young woman.
Mission RCMP are asking for the public's help in finding a mentally challenged 19-year-old woman. Ramanjot Rar hasn't been seen since leaving her home on Carter Avenue at 9:30 this morning. Police say she is schizophrenic and didn't take her medication today. Brar is 5'3", about 200 pounds, and was last seen wearing a pink jacket. Shots were fired and one man was taken to hospital following a brawl last night in Surrey. When RCMP arrived at the scene near 129th Street and 84th Avenue, the crowd of about 20 men had already dispersed, but they found one man who was beaten so badly he had to be sent to hospital. They also found shell casings.
We have confirmed shots were fired here at the scene. We are still gathering information, talking to witnesses in the area, trying to get names of suspects and other information.
Police are not sure at this point if anyone was shot. They are asking anyone with information to call Surrey RCMP or Crime Stoppers. More than 650 communities, including Vancouver, came together today in a unique way to spread some holiday cheer. Hundreds of people who are less fortunate were pampered by hair and makeup artists before getting their portraits taken, both by professional photographers as well as some with different day jobs, including our very own Tamara Taggart. They've all been brought together by Health Portrait, a global effort to give disadvantaged people some dignity and confidence.
I woke up crying and lonesome, and then I just walked in around by myself, and people asked, "Want to go drink or this and that?" I didn't know what to do until a couple of ladies approached me, and they gave me this little card, and I said, "Go to the clinic and get a portrait."
Today's participants also had the option of mailing their portrait to their families. Santa and his helpers were getting a bit of a workout today ahead of the holidays. Runners donned all sorts of holiday costumes as part of the Salvation Army's 20th annual Santa Shuffle and Elf Walk. Santas, elves, and even a Christmas tree took part in a 5-kilometer run through Stanley Park, all for a good cause.
It puts fun back in fundraising. The running community comes together. We've got over 600 runners here today, which is a great turnout. Beautiful day for it. Sun's out and it's warm.
Organizers are hoping to beat the $20,000 they raised last year to help make Christmas more special to those most in need. And CTV is helping collect toys for the Salvation Army this Christmas. If you'd like to contribute to our 6th annual toy drive, you can bring an unwrapped toy to our station at Robson and Burrard. Toys will be collected weekdays until December 23rd. While they may not be something that everyone loves to get under the tree, people who really treasure them received an early Christmas gift this morning. A pancake breakfast at the new Woodwards development kicked off the 9th annual Socks in the City campaign. More than 1,000 pairs of socks were given out today to people who live on the downtown east side.
All of our guests here today are getting a tube and a nice warm, dry pair of socks. So everybody will go away with nice warm feet.
Every year, thousands of socks are collected and given to the city's homeless. You can drop off socks at London Drug Stores in Vancouver.
I'm in a t-shirt, walking down the beach. It's pretty nice.
Up next, unusual weather. What's behind the warm, sunny December conditions we're seeing on the south coast?
Oh, that glorious sunshine was a rare December treat across the south coast. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you enjoy tomorrow, because I'm going to show you in Maine weather when the rains will move in.
From our high-definition camera atop the Shangri-La Hotel, this is CTV News. CTV News, International Award winner for Best Local Newscast.
Set their imaginations free with gifts that are thrilling to get and to give. Future Shop. Exciting stuff.
Safeway Talks. Handy gift ideas.
Music makes a great gift. I like blues, jazz.
You are telling me this, why?
Are you my secret Santa?
Save $5 when you buy $50 of iTunes gift cards. Keep them on hand. Only at Safeway. Ingredients for life.
Hey, Melissa?
Yeah?
I think this is impossible.
Want to head back?
Yeah.
following may be too hot for some viewers. A spicy Big Crunch sandwich, 3 crispy hot wings, and even more of your KFC favorites. Heat things up with the wicked Crunch Box meal from KFC. So good.
Till the one day when the ladies at the scandal, and they knew that it was much more than a hunt, that the scoop must somehow form a